I'm Ashley Bullington, and you're watching The Warmup. State Championship Week is underway at AT&T Stadium, and as usual, DFW is well represented. Let's take a look at which local teams made it to state and what they need to do to win a title. In 6A Division I, Duncanville and Galena Park North Shore will be one of the most highly anticipated title games in recent memory. Both teams bring a ridiculous amount of D1 talent on both sides of the ball and should put on an electrifying show. Duncanville ended Allen's 31-game winning streak last week behind quarterback Jaquindon Jackson. The junior accounted for 227 yards and 4 touchdowns in the win. As for the Mustangs, all they did was manhandle one of the state's best teams in Lake Travis. They're led by outstanding running back Zach Evans, who ran for 196 yards and 4 scores. This one will come down to whose offense makes the most big plays. But one thing is for sure, this is a must-see game. Highland Park is going for the three-peat when they take on first-year program Shadow Creek in the 5A Division I state title Saturday morning. The Scots hold the state's longest winning streak at 31 games and dominated Denton Ryan on the line last week. Junior Chandler Morris accounted for 340 yards and 6 touchdowns last Saturday. He's been masterful behind center, mainly because he has had so much time to throw thanks to his huge offensive line. On the other side, the Sharks are a young team led by quarterback Jamarian George. Highland Park's experience may be what leads them to their 3rd straight title. In 5A Division II, look who's back in a state title game. That's right, the Aledo Bearcats. This is their 10th state title game, and they are looking for their 8th championship. The Bearcats will be playing Fort Bend Marshall, who's in its first championship bout. Aledo will, as always, rely on the feet of junior Jace McClellan. But another X factor will be the play of quarterback Jake Bishop. His older brothers have won 5 titles combined for Aledo, and Jake missed a chance last year. You can see the hunger in his eyes for that state ring. Marshall is led by running back Devon A. Chain and are playing for the memory of a teammate who died just 2 weeks ago. Wednesday was signing day throughout the country. We caught up with a couple of North Texas players who signed on the dotted line. Jonathan McGill of Coppell shocked the area when he flipped from SMU to Stanford. The two-way star will be playing defensive back for the Cardinals.
Switching to Stanford was more, I feel like it was the best decision for myself and my family. I feel like I was making a 40-year decision and not just a 4-year decision. And kind of just getting admitted into the school, they only take 5% of all people that apply. And just me being in that 5%, I feel like it was a great fit for myself.
Down in Crandall, big-time center Branson Bragg, who is also an all-state pianist, had a unique way to commit to his school.
But my dad was a concert pianist, and he was like classically trained, and I was kind of like, they need a piano player, I could learn piano, so I just kind of taught myself, I guess, YouTube videos and stuff, and it's become a big part of my life, and just like my journey through music, I don't know, it's pretty cool.
This week on Wingstop Inside High School Sports, we will have a story on a family who came to North Texas from Nigeria to make a better life for themselves. Along the way, they raised 3 football players with an undying respect for their parents. Now, let's take a look at this week's basketball rankings. In boys hoops, no one has yet to throw an L on Mansfield Timberview, so the Wolves remain at the top spot. Despite a loss to national power DeMatha, the Geyer Wildcats are at number 2. New to the rankings and in at number 3 is Richardson Pierce, who's having a great start to the season behind Gonzaga-bound Drew Timme. Number 4 spot is still Allen. The Eagles are 15-1 and looking good. And the Lancaster Tigers enter the rankings at 5 after South Garland picked up a couple of losses to knock them out. In girls hoops, Timberview keeps on winning. They're at the #1 spot at 17-1. Plano is knocking on the door though, as they knocked off Allen last week. They're still at 2. Duncanville, despite the sudden transfer of post player Hannah Gusters, jumps to 3 as they're 17-3. Saxe moves up a spot to 4 with a 16-2 record. And the #5 team is Cedar Hill as they got a huge win over DeSoto last week. We have some great content and games coming at you this week on our social platforms, like 12 Days of Christmas and live state coverage. To see those, follow our social media platforms. We have Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. All of those will get you ready for Wingstop Inside High School Sports, Saturday at 6:30 p.m. on NBC5. I hope y'all are ready to see who is crowned the best in Texas this weekend. I'll see you at the Grandview game tonight and throughout the weekend. It's going to be super fun. I'm Ashley Bullington, and thank you for watching The Warm Up.